Welcome back to the deep dive. I've always been kind of fascinated by blood types. They're like these little biological markers, right?
Yeah.
But they hold so much information.
Hmm.
And, you guys have sent us some really interesting stuff on how blood types might actually connect to like cosmic lineages
Yeah,
and even personality traits.
right.
It's kind of like astrology, but for your blood.
It is fascinating how this perspective views blood types as more than just a medical classification.
Right.
It delves into this idea that they might represent vibrational signatures,
Oh, wow.
carrying unique ancestral energies, and even offer clues about our path in life.
Okay, I have to admit, that sounds a little out there, but I am totally intrigued. So we're talking like type O is the primal force,
Yeah.
type A is the cultivator of harmony, type B is the individualist explorer, and that rare type AB, the mystic integrator.
Right.
Where do you fall on this cosmic blood type map? As we dive in, think about how these descriptions resonate with you, and maybe even challenge some of your preconceived notions.
Let's start with type O,
Okay.
often associated with strong willpower and natural leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Your sources even highlight a fascinating detail.
Okay.
In many ancient cultures, type O was considered the oldest blood type,
Oh, wow.
the foundation from which others emerged.
So like the OG blood type.
Kinda, yeah.
That's pretty cool. And you mentioned ancestral energies. What kind of energy are we talking about here?
Think of type O as being deeply connected to the earth element, grounding, stabilizing, full of that primal life force.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's like imagining a massive, powerful star system like our sun,
Right.
nurturing life on the planets around it. It has that same kind of vital, life-giving energy.
Precisely. And your source material points out that this connection to the earth element might explain why typos often possess a pioneering spirit, taking initiative, where others hesitate.
Yeah,
It's that primal urge to create, to build, to lead the way.
that's a really interesting connection. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? What are some of the challenges that typos might face, not just in their day-to-day lives, but on a deeper spiritual level?
One of the key challenges for typos is finding balance.
Okay.
Their strong earthly energy can sometimes make it difficult for them to connect with the more ethereal spiritual realms. They might get so caught up in the doing, in the achieving, that they forget to nurture their inner world.
That makes sense. It's like they need to find a way to ground their energy while also allowing themselves to reach for the stars, so to speak.
Exactly. And that's where spiritual practices come in. For typos, practices that encourage grounding and balance are key. Things like yoga, tai chi, or even spending time in nature, literally connecting with the earth,
Yeah.
can help them channel that robust energy in a harmonious way.
So for all you type O's out there, maybe try incorporating some of those practices into your routine and see how it impacts your energy and your overall well-being. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's move on to type A, the cultivator of harmony. This idea of cultivating harmony, it really speaks to type A's reputation for being cooperative and sensitive, right?
Absolutely. Type A individuals are often drawn to creating balance and fostering connection in their surroundings.
And they're linked to the element of water,
Yes.
which is fascinating because water can be so adaptable, yet so powerful.
Yeah.
It shapes his path with persistence and gentle touch.
It's a beautiful analogy for how type A's navigate the world. And on a cosmic level, think of a water-rich planet carefully maintaining balance
Yeah.
and fostering life within its delicate ecosystem.
It's almost like they have this innate understanding of how to maintain that delicate balance, both within themselves and in their relationships with others. So for our type A listeners, what are some of their unique strengths, and how can they use those strengths, not just in their daily lives, but also for spiritual growth?
Type A's have a natural gift for diplomacy and fostering understanding. They're often the peacemakers, the mediators, the ones who can see both sides of a situation and find common ground.
That's such a valuable skill, especially in today's world.
Absolutely. And on a personal level, they can channel this nurturing energy through practices like guided imagery meditation focused on water, or by engaging in acts of service. Anything that allows them to use their gifts to support others and create a more harmonious world.
You mentioned that type A's are often drawn to careers involving caregiving or diplomacy.
Yeah.
It sounds like they have a crucial role to play in building bridges and creating a sense of unity.
Precisely. Their sensitivity allows them to sense the emotional undercurrents in any situation.
Right.
And their natural empathy makes them incredibly gifted at creating a base of understanding and connection.
That's really beautiful.
Mhm.
But like all of us, type As also face certain challenges, right?
Yeah.
What are some things they might struggle with on their spiritual path?
One of the biggest challenges for Type As is learning to set boundaries and prioritize their own needs. Because they're so naturally giving and focused on others, they can sometimes neglect their own well-being.
So it's that classic struggle of finding balance between caring for themselves and caring for others.
Right.
It's like they need to remember that you can't pour from an empty cup. Nurturing themselves allows them to share their gifts more sustainably.
Exactly. Practices like restorative yoga, journaling, or simply spending time in nature can help them recharge and reconnect with their inner wellspring.
Okay, that's great advice for type As. Now let's move from the flowing energy of water to the free-spirited energy of air as we explore type B, the individualist explorer.
Type Bs are known for their flexibility, creativity, and insatiable thirst for discovery. They're driven by a desire to understand the world around them, constantly seeking out new
They
experiences.
sound like the adventurers of the blood type world, and their element is air, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Air symbolizes freedom, movement, and the intellect.
Yeah.
All qualities that resonate deeply with the type B personality.
Precisely. And this connection to the element of air might be why Type Bs often feel drawn to travel, to exploring different cultures, to constantly expanding their horizons.
It's like they have this innate urge to break free from limitations and to experience life in all its fullness. So if we were to pick a celestial body to represent type B, what would it be?
It would have to be something that embodies that sense of freedom and constant movement. Perhaps a comet traveling on its unique path through the cosmos, gathering information and experiences along the way.
I love that analogy. It really captures the essence of type B. But all that movement and exploration, it must come with certain challenges, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the unique hurdles that type Bs might face on their spiritual journey?
Their greatest strength, that constant thirst for new experiences, can also be their biggest challenge.
Okay.
Sometimes Type Bs can struggle with finding grounding and focus.
Hmm.
Amidst all that movement and exploration, it's like they need to learn how to integrate all those experiences into a cohesive whole.
It's interesting. So it's not just about chasing new experiences, it's about finding meaning and purpose within those experiences.
Exactly. And that's where spiritual practices can be incredibly beneficial. For Type Bs, it's crucial to find practices that encourage both exploration and reflection.
So things like journaling, creative expression through art, or even structured travel experiences where they have time to process what they're learning.
Precisely. It's that balance between exploration and integration that will lead to true spiritual growth for Type Bs. They need to learn to not only gather information, but to digest it, to make sense of it all.
That's such a valuable insight. So for our type B listeners, don't be afraid to chase those adventures, but remember to pause and reflect along the way. Now we've covered type O, A and B. Let's talk about the rarest blood type. Type AB, the mystic integrator. What makes them so unique and enigmatic?
Type AB is fascinating because it blends both Type A and Type B energies, often resulting in a complex and multifaceted personality.
They sound like they embody the duality and intricacies of life itself.
Exactly. And if we look at their elemental connection, Type AB is linked to ether or spirit, which encompasses and transcends all the other elements.
That's intriguing. So they're not bound by the limitations of a single element, but rather they have access to the full spectrum of energies.
Precisely. They have a natural attunement to higher spiritual frequencies and an incredible ability to integrate different energies, thoughts, and perspectives.
If we were to choose a celestial body to represent type AB, what would it be?
I think a binary star system would be the perfect representation.
Oh, wow.
Two stars, each with its own unique energy, coexisting in a delicate balance, influencing and shaping each other.
It's a beautiful metaphor for the way type ABs navigate the world, constantly balancing and integrating seemingly opposing forces. But this constant balancing act, it must come with its own set of challenges, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the hurdles that type ABs might face on their spiritual journey?
Because they embody this duality, Type ABs often face the challenge of feeling pulled in different directions. Their spiritual task is to learn to harness that dualistic energy, to become a conduit for harmony and understanding between different perspectives.
So, for our type AB listeners, what are some practices that can help them navigate this complexity and embrace their role as spiritual integrators?
Practices that encourage balance and integration are key. Things like Reiki, acupuncture, or even engaging in thoughtful debate and diplomacy can help them hone their natural abilities to mediate and find common ground between opposing viewpoints.
It sounds like Type ABs have a truly unique and powerful role to play in the world, helping to bridge divides and create a more unified understanding of reality.
Absolutely. They hold the potential to be incredible catalysts for healing and transformation, both personally and collectively.
This has been absolutely fascinating. We've explored the core characteristics, elemental connections, and even cosmic representations of each blood type. But I'm curious to dive even deeper into this idea of cosmic lineage. What does it actually mean to say that our blood type might reflect our soul's origin in the cosmos?
That's where things get really interesting. It's the idea that we're not just physical beings, but also spiritual beings with a history that extends far beyond our earthly lives. Our blood type in this framework becomes a kind of cosmic fingerprint, offering clues about our soul's journey and purpose.
Okay, I'm hooked. So we've laid the groundwork, but now it's time to explore this concept of cosmic lineage in more detail. First up, Type O. If their earthly connection is to the element of Earth, what might their cosmic origin story be?
Remember, we talked about Type O's inherent leadership qualities, their powerful, life-giving energy. Well, imagine that energy originating from robust, resilient star systems,
Okay.
kind that have the gravitational pull to nurture entire planetary systems.
Like our own sun?
Exactly. Type O's might carry within them the energy of those central anchoring stars, those that provide stability and sustenance to all that revolves around them.
So for a Type O, understanding their cosmic lineage could be about recognizing that inherent leadership role, that capacity to be a source of strength and guidance for others.
Precisely. It's about understanding that their journey might be about stepping into that role, not just in their earthly lives, but on a cosmic scale as well.
That's a powerful concept to consider. Okay, let's move on to Type A. If their earthly element is water, what might their cosmic origins reveal about their soul's journey?
Think about those water-rich planets and moons we discussed earlier, the ones that carefully maintain balance and foster life within their delicate ecosystems.
They're the nurturers, the caretakers of the cosmos.
Exactly. Type As might carry the energy of those celestial bodies, reflecting a soul journey focused on creating harmony, fostering connection, and nurturing growth, both in themselves and in others.
It's like their soul's purpose is to be a source of peace and balance wherever they go.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Now, remember how we talked about Type As needing to learn to set boundaries and care for themselves?
Yeah.
Well, understanding their cosmic lineage might give them a deeper appreciation for the importance of that self-nurturing.
Right.
After all, those water-rich planets don't just give endlessly. They also have their own cycles of replenishment and renewal.
That's such a great point.
Yeah.
Okay, on to Type B, our cosmic adventurers. What kind of celestial origins might their souls have?
Remember that comet analogy we used earlier?
Yeah.
Type Bs might resonate with the energy of those celestial wanderers, constantly moving, exploring, and gathering information from different corners of the cosmos.
They're the cosmic knowledge seekers, always on the go, always learning something new.
Exactly. And understanding this cosmic lineage could help Type Bs see their constant need for new experiences, not just as a personality quirk, but as a reflection of their soul's journey.
Right.
They might be here to collect those experiences, to weave them into a tapestry of wisdom and understanding.
It's like they're on a cosmic scavenger hunt, gathering pieces of knowledge from all over the universe.
That's a great way to think about it. And just like those comets that eventually return, bringing with them the treasures they've gathered, Type Bs might find that their journey is ultimately about sharing those experiences, about enriching the world with the knowledge they've acquired.
That's a beautiful purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, finally, let's talk about Type AB, our mystic integrators. If they resonate with the element of ether or spirit, what might their cosmic origin story be?
Remember the binary star system analogy?
Yeah.
Type ABs might resonate with the energy of those dualistic systems, where two stars coexist and influence each other, creating a unique and complex dance of energy.
They're the cosmic diplomats, the
Yeah.
ones who understand the delicate balance between seemingly opposing forces.
Exactly. And recognizing this cosmic lineage can help Type ABs embrace their unique role as mediators and bridge builders. They might be here to help us see the interconnectedness of all things, to dissolve the illusion of separation, and to create a more harmonious and integrated understanding of reality.
It's a powerful and inspiring purpose. So for all our listeners, regardless of your blood type, think about these cosmic connections. Does it resonate with you? Does it shed light on your personality, your challenges, or your aspirations?
It's a fascinating lens through which to view ourselves and our place in the grand scheme of things. We're not just individuals walking around on this planet, we're part of a vast, interconnected universe. And our blood type might just be a key to understanding our role in this cosmic play.
It's definitely given me a lot to think about. We've explored the core characteristics, elemental connections, and even cosmic origins of each blood type. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's pause here for a moment. When we come back, we'll explore how you can actually use this knowledge in your everyday life to enhance your spiritual growth and understanding.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been on quite a journey exploring the idea that our blood types might hold clues to our cosmic origins and even our purpose.
Right.
But it's one thing to talk about these grand cosmic concepts and another to actually integrate them into our everyday lives.
Yeah.
So let's shift gears a bit and explore how this understanding of blood types as cosmic blueprints can translate into practical steps for spiritual growth.
That's a great point. It's all well and good to contemplate our connection to the stars, but how does that translate into tangible actions that can help us live more fulfilling lives?
Exactly. So let's break it down by blood type. For type O's, those robust, earth-connected leaders, what kind of practices would be most beneficial for their spiritual growth?
Typos thrive on grounding energy. Remember that connection to the earth element. So practices that help them channel their strong, sometimes intense energy in a balanced way are essential.
So things like yoga, tai chi, or even just spending time in nature, getting their hands dirty in the garden, those activities can help them stay rooted.
Precisely. Anything that brings them back to their center and allows them to tap into the earth's stabilizing energy can be incredibly helpful. It's like recharging their batteries.
It's interesting because you wouldn't necessarily associate type O's, who are often go-getters and action-oriented, with needing to slow down and connect with nature.
But it's essential for them. Remember, one of the key challenges for typos is finding balance.
Right.
They need to learn to temper their strength with gentleness, to cultivate not only their outer world, but also their inner landscape.
So maybe incorporating practices like mindfulness meditation or loving kindness meditation could also be helpful for them.
Absolutely. Those practices can help them cultivate self-awareness, compassion, and a more nuanced understanding of their own power. It's not just about leading the charge, it's about leading with wisdom and heart.
I love that. Okay, that's great advice for type O's. What about type A's, our harmonious, water-connected souls? What practices would support their unique path?
For type As, it's all about fostering emotional flow and connectivity. Remember, water is all about adaptability and going with the flow. Practices that enhance their natural empathy and intuition are key.
So things like guided imagery meditation, where they can visualize calming water scenes, or maybe even sound healing, using the gentle frequencies of water to soothe their energy.
Those are fantastic suggestions. And let's not forget about the power of community for type As.
Right.
Since they're so service-oriented, practices that involve helping others can be incredibly fulfilling.
I can definitely see that. Volunteering, acts of kindness, or even just being a supportive presence for friends and family, those actions can nourish their souls and help them connect with their innate capacity for compassion.
Exactly. And it's interesting because the material you provide suggests that for type As, spiritual growth often goes hand in hand with their relationships with others.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's important for them to remember to replenish their own energy reserves, right? To avoid giving too much and burning out.
That's crucial. Type As, more than any other blood type, need to prioritize self-care.
Yeah.
They need to understand that taking care of themselves is not selfish.
Right.
It's essential. It allows them to show up more fully for others.
That's such a good point. Practice like restorative yoga, journaling, or simply spending time in nature can help them recharge and reconnect with their inner wellspring.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've covered type O and type A. Now let's shift our focus to type Bs, our free-spirited, air-connected explorers. What practices can help them navigate their unique spiritual journey?
For type Bs, it's all about finding ways to channel their boundless energy and curiosity into meaningful experiences that support their growth. They thrive on new information, new adventures, new perspectives.
So encouraging their adventurous spirit while also providing some structure and focus. It's like finding that sweet spot between freedom and discipline.
Exactly. Practices that combine exploration with reflection are key. Things like journaling, creative writing, or art can help them process their experiences and extract valuable insights.
And since they love learning new things, maybe practices that involve expanding their knowledge base, like studying different spiritual traditions or exploring new philosophies, would also be beneficial.
Absolutely. Anything that feeds their curiosity and helps them connect the dots between different areas of knowledge can be incredibly enriching for them.
But with all that mental stimulation, it's important for them to find some grounding, right? To
Yeah.
avoid getting scattered and losing touch with their inner compass.
That's key. Practices like breath work or mindfulness meditation can help them cultivate a sense of presence and stability even amidst their many adventures.
So it's about finding that balance between outward exploration and inward reflection.
Hmm.
They need to learn to not only gather information, but also to digest it, to integrate it into their being.
That's a great way to put it. It's about turning information into wisdom, experiences into understanding.
Okay, great advice for type Bs. Finally, let's talk about type ABs, our enigmatic, ether-connected integrators. What practices can help them harness their unique spiritual gifts?
For type ABs, it's all about finding ways to balance and integrate the seemingly opposing forces within them. Remember, they embody the duality of both A and B energies,
Right.
and their connection to ether allows them to tap into a higher level of consciousness.
So practices that promote harmony and understanding, both internally and externally, would be beneficial for them.
Exactly. Things like energy healing modalities, such as Reiki or acupuncture, can help them harmonize their energy field and create a sense of inner balance.
And since they're natural mediators, maybe practices that involve conflict resolution or bridge building between different perspectives could also be fulfilling for them.
Absolutely. They have a unique gift for seeing both sides of an issue and finding creative solutions that benefit everyone involved. Practices that encourage them to use this gift, whether in their personal relationships, their communities, or even on a global scale, can help them tap into their full potential.
It sounds like type ABs have a crucial role to play in helping us move towards a more unified and harmonious way of being.
I believe they do. They're like the weavers of the cosmic tapestry, helping us see the interconnectedness of all things.
So for all our listeners, regardless of your blood type, it's really about finding practices that resonate with your unique energetic makeup and support your specific needs on your spiritual journey. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong way to connect with your spirituality. It's about exploring different practices, turning into your own inner wisdom, and finding what feels authentic and nourishing for you.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about how blood types can be seen as cosmic fingerprints, offering clues about our soul's journey and purpose. And we've explored practical practices that can help us integrate this understanding into our daily lives and enhance our spiritual growth.
Right.
But there's another layer to this whole blood type and cosmic lineage concept that we haven't touched on yet, and it has to do with the idea of karmic lessons.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and that's right. You mentioned that earlier. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
It's the idea that our blood type might not only reveal our soul's origin, but also the specific karmic lessons we're here to learn and teach. It's like each blood type comes with its own set of challenges and opportunities for soul growth and evolution.
So, for example, type Os, with their robust energy and leadership qualities, might be here to learn about the responsible use of power and the importance of balancing their strength with compassion.
Precisely. Their journey might involve mastering the art of leadership, learning to inspire and guide others without dominating or controlling them.
Right.
It's about stepping into their power with humility and grace.
And type As, with their harmonious nature and focus on nurturing, might be here to learn about the importance of self-care and setting healthy boundaries, to understand that saying no is sometimes an act of self-love.
Exactly. Their journey might involve recognizing that they can't pour from an empty cup,
Right.
and that taking care of themselves is just as important as taking care of others. It's about finding that delicate balance between giving and receiving.
That's a powerful lesson for many of us, not just type As. What about type Bs, our cosmic adventurers? What karmic lessons might they be here to explore?
Type Bs, with their insatiable curiosity and thirst for new experiences, might be here to learn about the importance of grounding and focus.
So finding a balance between their desire for exploration and the need for stability and follow-through. It's like learning to harness their boundless energy and direct it towards meaningful goals.
Precisely. Their journey might involve learning to channel their boundless energy into meaningful endeavors and to cultivate a sense of discipline amidst their many adventures.
Discipline, that's not a word you typically associate with free-spirited type Bs,
Oh,
but I can see how it would be essential for them to truly master their gifts.
absolutely. It's not about stifling their adventurous spirit. It's about helping them direct it in a way that allows them to manifest their dreams and share their unique gifts with the world.
And finally, what about type ABs, our enigmatic integrators? What karmic lessons might their souls be working through?
Type ABs, with their unique ability to see multiple perspectives and to bridge seemingly opposing forces, might be here to learn about the power of unity and the importance of transcending duality.
So their journey might involve using their gifts to help others see beyond differences and to create a more harmonious and integrated world. It's like they're here to remind us that we're all part of the same cosmic tapestry.
That's a beautiful way to put it. They might be here to remind us that we're all interconnected, that our differences are what make us whole, and that by embracing our diversity, we can create something truly extraordinary.
Wow, this is such a profound concept. It really adds another layer of depth to the whole blood type and cosmic lineage conversation.
It does, doesn't it? And it empowers us to see our challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. It's like we've been given a roadmap, and it's up to us to choose how we navigate the terrain.
So for all our listeners, as you reflect on your own blood type and its associated karmic lessons, ask yourself, what am I here to learn? How can I use my unique gifts to contribute to the world? What can I do to step more fully into my soul's purpose?
These are powerful questions that can guide us on our spiritual journeys and help us unlock our full potential.
This has been an incredibly insightful exploration. We've covered so much ground, from the basic characteristics of each blood type to their cosmic origins, their associated karmic lessons, and even practical practices to support our spiritual growth.
Yeah.
But before we wrap things up, I have one more question that's been swirling around in my mind.
Okay.
We've talked about how understanding our blood type can help us tailor our spiritual practices, but do you think it can also influence our relationships with others?
That's a great question, and it's definitely something to consider. Just as each blood type has its own unique energy and set of strengths and challenges, so too do our relationships with others.
So, for example, a type O, with their natural leadership qualities, might find themselves drawn to type S who are more nurturing and supportive. Or they might butt heads with other type Os, both vying for the leadership position.
Those are great examples. It's all about understanding the energetic dynamics at play. Type Os might find themselves drawn to the grounded stability of another type O,
Right.
or they might crave the nurturing energy of a type A.
And type As, with their desire for harmony, might thrive in relationships with type Bs, who bring a sense of adventure and spontaneity to the mix. Or they might feel overwhelmed by their constant need for change and stimulation.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong combination.
Right.
It's about understanding the unique energies that each blood type brings to the relationship and learning to navigate those dynamics in a way that supports both individual growth and the growth of the partnership.
So for all our listeners, as you reflect on your own blood type and its associated characteristics, consider how it might be influencing your relationships. Notice the patterns, the challenges, and the joys that arise in your interactions with others. Ask yourself, how do my strengths and challenges, as reflected in my blood type, play out in my relationships? What can I learn from these interactions? How can I use this understanding to create more harmonious and fulfilling connections?
This is such fascinating food for thought. It's like we're taking this cosmic lens and applying it to a very personal and relatable aspect of our lives,
Right.
our relationships.
Right.
And that's where the real magic happens, when we can take these seemingly abstract concepts and use them to enhance our understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
This has been an absolutely incredible deep dive. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of this fascinating topic.
There's definitely so much more to explore.
We've covered a lot of ground, but now it's time to wrap things up. But before we go, do you have any final thoughts or insights to share with our listeners?
I just encourage everyone to keep an open mind and to explore this concept further. See how it resonates with your own experiences, your personality, and your relationships.
And don't be afraid to challenge the traditional interpretations. See what new insights and understandings you can uncover.
Remember, this is just one lens through which to view ourselves and our place in the universe. There are countless others, each offering its own unique perspective.
And the beauty is in discovering what resonates with you, what sparks your curiosity, and what helps you live a more meaningful and fulfilling life.
Exactly. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all part of this grand, interconnected cosmic dance, each of us contributing our unique energy and perspective.
We are.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been on quite a journey exploring blood types as cosmic blueprints, haven't we?
It's certainly been an insightful exploration. We've covered so much ground from those core characteristics to cosmic origins,
Right.
karmic lessons, and even how these energies might play out in our relationships. It's amazing to think that something as seemingly simple as our blood type could hold so much information about who we are and why we're here.
It really speaks to the interconnectedness of all things, doesn't it? How even the tiniest aspects of our being can reflect a larger cosmic order.
Absolutely. And I think what's really powerful about this whole concept is that it encourages us to see ourselves as part of something much bigger than just our individual lives.
Yeah, it's like we're zooming out from our own little corner of the universe and recognizing that we're all part of this grand interconnected tapestry.
Exactly. It's not just about me and my blood type. It's about how my unique energy interacts with the energies of others
Right.
and with the universe as a whole.
Mm.
It's a humbling and empowering perspective all at the same time.
It takes the pressure off of feeling like we have to figure everything out on our own. Instead, we can embrace the journey, knowing that we're supported by something much greater than ourselves.
And that our differences, those unique expressions of our blood type energies, are actually what make the whole cosmic dance so beautiful and dynamic.
Precisely. Instead of trying to fit into some predetermined mold, we can embrace our individuality and celebrate the unique gifts we bring to the world.
That's such a beautiful way to put it. We're all part of this intricate dance,
Yeah.
each of us with our own unique rhythm and style. And when we come together, we create something truly magical.
We do. It's like an orchestra, with each instrument playing its part to create a harmonious symphony.
This whole concept of blood types as cosmic blueprints has really shifted my perspective. It's made me realize that there's so much more to discover about ourselves and our place in the universe than we often realize.
It's an invitation to go beyond the surface, to explore the hidden depths within ourselves, and to connect with something larger than our individual egos.
And it's a reminder that we're all connected, that we're all part of this incredible cosmic journey unfolding over eons.
We are. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I encourage you to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep an open mind to the mysteries that lie within and around you.
And remember, you are a unique and valuable piece of the cosmic puzzle. Your blood type, your personality, your experiences, they all contribute to the beauty and richness of the tapestry of life.
Absolutely.
Embrace your individuality, honor your cosmic heritage, and never stop exploring the wonders of who you are.
That's right.
This has been an amazing journey, and we thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of blood types and cosmic connections.
Until next time, keep exploring and keep questioning.
And keep diving deep.